Hi everyone, and thank you for joining us today as we begin a new series of discussions and videos. And this will be on the subject of the fundamentals of biology too. This is a grade 10 subject, and I'm Jomar Isan. I will be your teacher or professor for this particular subject. So I hope you will be able to learn a lot of things about biology as we dive into the fundamentals of biology too for the upcoming videos for the rest of the year. Now, all of this stuff that we looked at, these four words, genetics, biotechnology, development of biology, and molecular biology are very important terms for the whole of fundamentals of biology too. So as we begin our orientation today, let's just look at the details of this particular subject, and starting off with the course description, this is what it is all about. Biology 2 introduces fundamental concepts in, as we have mentioned a while ago, developmental biology, genetics, cell and molecular biology, and the progressively evolving science of biotechnology. So our course aims to provide simulation and real-life application geared towards a deeper understanding of the principles that govern the cellular and molecular basis of life. Now, for the details of the whole subject, here is the course outline. And starting with the first quarter, we will begin discussing about reproduction at the organism level. This will include trends and various strategies used by organisms for reproduction. So we'll be looking at how protists and microbes would be reproducing, how plants also reproduce, and how animals also reproduce. In addition to that, more close to home is our discussion here about the human reproductive anatomy. So we'll be looking at the male reproductive anatomy and also the female reproductive anatomy. So that will be for the first quarter. And in addition to that, the latter part of the first quarter will also include the reproduction at the cellular level. So we'll be looking at the cell cycle, meiosis, gametogenesis, or how gametes are formed, loss of cell cycle control, and chromosomal aberration. And that's for the first quarter. Continuing on with our course outline, for the second quarter, we will deal with genetics, particularly Mendelian inheritance, non-Mendelian inheritance, and pedigree analysis. So this will be a very, very interesting time of discussion. After talking about genetics and how traits are passed on from the parents towards the offspring, we will also be talking about the major classes of biomolecules, starting with the first two, which will be carbohydrates and lipids. On the third quarter, we'll continue with the discussion of the major classes of biomolecules by talking about proteins and the nucleic acid, and the latter part of the third quarter will be about the molecular biology of the gene. So we'll be looking at the molecular dogma, exceptions to the molecular dogma, and control of gene expression. So this is going to be very interesting. We'll be talking about replication, transcription, translation, and the exceptions to this dogma. Finally, for the fourth quarter in our course outline, we'll be talking about genetic engineering. So this is quite exciting. So basic techniques such as gel electrophoresis. We'll also be talking about PCR, polymerase chain reaction, and several other techniques in genetic engineering or recombinant DNA technology. And for the last leg of our discussion for the fourth quarter, we'll look at cell energetics, particular photosynthesis, cell respiration. So we'll be looking at the biochemistry of how energy is produced by plants and also by animals through photosynthesis and cellular respiration. So that's the whole of the course outline. So this will be a very interesting year, a very interesting series of videos. Now, in addition to that, the objectives of our course is for us or for the students to be, number one, able to understand the unifying themes in biology, especially the development, heredity, central dogma, and biotechnology. Second objective is for us or for the students to develop critical thinking skills in examining emerging trends, concerns and issues in development biology and biotechnology. Finally, the third objective is to appreciate the study of biology as a tool with which they can understand and value heritage in the face of a changing world. So the grading system for this is long test 1 and long test 2, 25% each totaling to 50%, and then there will be alternative assessment 25%, and formative assessment would be 25%. So that's how students will be graded, that is under me, for this particular subject in biology 2. So thank you very much, everyone. So I hope you are excited to join in the next upcoming video. So I'll see you there.